This is Gado News.
Well, be rest assured that I've told you I have led a local government before, and the indices that I used to share allocation today was the indices that was used when I was council chairman. And I didn't got all the money. The money I got as council chairman, what matters is you need a leadership, which I want to provide, who will ensure he removes waste from the system. He removes inflated contracts from the system. And as such, funds that before now would have probably used for 2 projects cannot be used for 3 projects. So you cannot cover more. The kind of leadership that I want to provide, who we ensure that Edo gets value for every naira that is spent. That is what I did when I was council chairman, that I was able to commission over 30 projects in one day as a council chairman, because that's what I brought to bear. In private sector, we don't accept waste. We eliminate waste totally. In private sector, we make sure we get value for every naira spent. And when you are coming from the private sector, where you have had experience, and you bring into the corridor of government, you'll be able to manage no matter the sources you are giving. That's number one. 2, there are areas that government is wasting funds on. Maybe you have so many fleets of cars around the governors, having so many areas that are waste in other area and all that. You reduce them as much as possible, you eliminate them. And most importantly, too, the tax base can be expanded. You don't need to overtax the people because you want to encourage them to do business. But I want to tell you that there are so many people that are doing business and not even paying tax. So it can be expanded. I can tell you when Lucky Gbedion was the governor of Edo State, I can tell you what they were realizing as eternity revenue was in the boundary of 200 to 300 million. When Osumbe came as governor, they were able to increase it to but less than $500 million, about between 400 to 500 million. I can tell you that before Oshomili left as governor of Edo State, they were already getting over $1 billion, about 1.5 billion on a monthly basis. But I can tell you, this present government, they're already getting about 2 to 3 billion now. So you can see it's gradually going up because of the structures that are being put in place. So you can put a structure in place to collect revenue, to collect taxes, not overtaxing the people, but those persons, because we have responsibility to government. I pay my tax. In short, my staff, all of us, we pay our tax to government. But there are other people who doesn't pay at all. So those areas, those persons, if you check our tax system, you may discover that the active, the employed people in business and the engaged people that are employed who are paying tax, you may discover out of 100%, it may be less than 50% that are paying tax today. So by the time you are able to gradually expand the tax base, the revenue base of the state, you get more resources. Because we want to build road for the people. We want to build hospital for the people. So everybody must put in order for us to be able to achieve this. And apart from that, there are a lot of development, maybe investors you can bring into the state. The more you bring investors into the state, the more you have avenue to collect revenue. So to me, we will not just wait for what is coming from Abuja. And I do pray that one day too, we have a true federal system where the natural resources we have the state, every state will be able to harness it on its own because we have a lot of natural resources in the Edo. So we look forward to a system where we have a true federal system, where every component, every state, federal unit of a state will be able to harness the resources they have. But before then, there are other investors you can bring into the state and you'll be able to get a lot of resources and revenue as a result of more businesses across the state.
Gado News.